My name is Juan Perez and I'm gay. I was born in Laredo, Texas, back in the olden days of the 90s. It seems like it just happened, but all throughout my life it's been pretty consistent. I went to the same elementary school all 5 years, middle school all 3 years, and the same high school all 4 years. Until I got to college. Um, Growing up, I was very shy, very quiet, band kid. Didn't have much of a reason to talk, especially growing up. One of the things that I was not super sure about or even ever thought about was being gay. Um, I was as surprised as everybody else. Not because I didn't know, but it's just not something I ever thought about. But it definitely, I think, subconsciously made me a shyer, quieter person. I mean, even recording this, I feel weird saying it. But my childhood, there wasn't anything completely remarkable. The usual. Had like two friends for the longest time, but they were very helpful, very accepting. I came out in ninth grade of high school, and that's when I became the most comfortable with myself. I felt like I had no secrets, and it all started with an episode of Will and Grace. So there weren't that many role models or models for people my age, for gay couples or anything of that nature. So I learned everything about being gay from TV, which is probably not your best or most accurate depiction, but that's all we had at the time. So college was a blast. I experienced so much, went through some really interesting stuff. I came here to TAMIU, of course. My major originally was music. I loved music. Like I said, I was a band kid, so my dream was to become a band director. But once I got here, my interest changed a little. I got to meet a lot of really cool people. All throughout college, one of the most constant things I did was work here at the rec as a fitness instructor. Probably one of the coolest jobs I've ever had, only because you get paid to be peppy and excited, and that actually really helped me break out of my shell. Like I said, I was shy, so with all my social anxiety and then suddenly having to talk to a group full of people, everything else seems less daunting. Right now I'm actually working on my master's. I did take a break in between to go to AmeriCorps. I was in AmeriCorps Vista and then AmeriCorps and Triple C, and basically what you do there is travel around the country. I was in the West Coast, doing service projects. It really meant a lot to me. And actually I did this because in my senior year in my sociology class, one of my professors said something and it just really got to me. And it was about how we were all studying social problems and writing essays, but ultimately not many of us would actually tackle those problems. So that was a really big motivator for me to, one, get out there and get my hands dirty, really try to be about the things I said I was about. And number two, once I got my hands dirty, I realized things are hard. And if you really want to make a difference, you have to put yourself out there and put in the work. So, I came back dirt poor when I moved back to Laredo. But with the help of a few of my friends, I was able to get back on my feet and pursue my master's. So when I first got here, like I said, I had just come from the West Coast. I was getting paid very, very, very little money because it was volunteer service, so it was stipends. So when I moved here, like I said, I was broke. I didn't know exactly what to do with myself, so then I went back to what I knew how to do, and that was instructing group fitness classes. Here at the rec, it was very helpful. My former supervisor, Mrs. Quinn, called me and she told me that they were gonna have positions opened, and knowing my experience, she told me that I should apply. And I gave it a shot, and suddenly I was here. And one of the most important things to keep in mind is this program in group fitness and the people that have run it in the past, they have given me so much in terms of confidence and empowering me to do better for myself, to own who I am as a person. You know, I think a particular thing, a part of my shyness when I was younger might have been that I was just maybe afraid people wouldn't accept me. And you know, I felt like I found a home here. Thinking back to my first gig here, I remember thinking, this is where I belong. So the same message and the same token goes here. It doesn't matter what race, sexual orientation, identity, belief system, or whatever in between you may or may not have. You belong here. You belong here if you have a goal, if you do not have a goal, if there's a group of people that come together at night and they exercise together and they support each other and they cheer each other through the hardest, most exciting, turbulent, fun part of your life, which is college. And you make lifelong friends. I'm Juan Perez, and you're watching Disney Channel.